Hi, this is Darren with today's 2-minute update. Is AI running your business off the rails and maybe you're not even aware of it? I came across an interesting Reddit post recently where an employee had used artificial intelligence to create a report and a deliverable for their client. They had done so without verifying the information that was given by the AI. And after the deliverable was submitted, the client, as well as their boss, was asking, how did you come up with these numbers? What's the math behind this data? And at that point, she realized that it is a complete hallucination of the AI and the math could not be validated. It was completely invalid. So she had sought the advice of folks on Reddit, what do I do? How do I save my job? Now, certainly as the employee, she has a level of responsibility for her own work and her own actions. But it does beg the question, what about the employer in this situation? What framework or set of guidelines did the employer give that employee or any of their employees to say what tools can be used and what tools can't? And also what technical limitations existed in the environment to prevent the use of tools that were unauthorized? Here are some statistics. 75% of global knowledge workers are already using generative AI. And of those, 78% are bringing their own AI tools with them. Typically, those AI tools are the free versions, and the free versions of AI tools have next to no privacy or security. That means you could be leaking client data right now into AI tools and not even know it. I believe as employers, we have a responsibility to create an acceptable use policy for artificial intelligence, just like we have one in our employee handbook today for how to protect data and when and where to use your laptop and how not to use personal devices. In the absence of an AI acceptable use policy and other policy frameworks, we could potentially have our business be operating in a way we're completely unaware of, and it could potentially steer itself off a cliff. AI is taking off like a rocket ship, and unfortunately, our businesses have not kept up. Now is the time for us to establish a solid AI adoption program with all the requisite policies, procedures, and guide rails for our employees to follow, which will help us be successful and leverage this truly awesome tool. Reach out to your IT provider and ask them about assistance in setting up such an adoption program, or reach out to us here at DLC. We'd be happy to help. Thank you for taking the time today. I look forward to talking to you next time.